A revolutionary. Say whoa. Trap revolutionary. Got the wave is too scary. Doing this thing like Malcolm ain't by any means necessary. We ain't got it by no one seen hand. We got the master plan. Get the move.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all want to do this video real quick, man, about Tasia Fortune, man. I'm actually finding out. Well, I find it's an incident happened. Um, okay, the incident ended up happening a few days ago or whatever. Where they found her. Um, so she was found hanging from basically from on a tree behind a vacant home.
This morning, growing demands for answers in Mississippi after a 29-year-old mother of four was found dead, hanging from a tree.
We're going to press this as far as we can press it until she gets justice.
Tasia Fortune's body was discovered last week behind a vacant house in Jackson. The family telling ABC News the circumstances surrounding her death do not add up.
Tasia loved living life. Like, there's no way that she took her own life.
The Jackson Police Department saying, quote, an active death investigation is underway. They have not named any suspects and declined to comment on local reports that they questioned the father of one of Fortune's children about the death. Court records show Terrence Anderson, who's behind bars on an unrelated weapons charge, lives on the same street block where Fortune's body was found.
No one's tried blaming Ted or anything like that. We just want answers.
Meanwhile, concern growing in the community and among local leaders given Mississippi's troubling history with lynchings and racially motivated killings. In the last year, Mississippi police have responded to 2 other tree-hanging deaths. Both were ruled suicides. Fortune's family rallying around her young children as they navigate this tragic loss.
She was a good mom, She loved her kids and she loved her family.
And even though Tasia Fortune's death has sparked conversation about racially motivated murders, her mother tells our team she doesn't want her daughter's name associated with that. There is an autopsy pending, which should determine whether there was foul play involved in her death. In the meantime, though, police urging anyone with information about how this young woman died to step forward. Faith Abube, ABC News, Atlanta.
In Mississippi, most of Jackson County, it's a vacant home on Road of Remembrance in West Jackson, Mississippi. So it's an ongoing investigation. So they found her on August 3rd, 2026. Basically what? It's 13, 10 days ago. So it's a ongoing investigation, and it seems like everybody has been saying like something is going on in Mississippi. Then I find out just now Cedric Tayue, says Congolese immigrant or whatever, they found him hanging in he's 36 years old, found him hanging in North Carolina. So I don't know if this is like an uptick of maybe, I don't know, white supremacist behavior, or these, I don't know why, radical white supremacist groups that are doing some things, you know what I'm saying, in these particular places. But yeah, some is not right. I would say that. So it said her mother, last time she seen her was July, what was it? July 26th, 2026, right? Yeah, she returned from Kentucky. I guess she returned to Kentucky for a family reunion. They say her body was transported to the Mississippi State medical examiner's office for an autopsy. And so, they say, but as of today, they have not ruled her death a suicide. So, that's just, I don't know, man. Something's going on. That's why I just like want to report on this, you know what I'm saying? Because I had saw it, but then I didn't really know the details. So now I'm just coming to the conclusion that like it's an uptick of, I think, of some form of radical hate groups that may be out there, and maybe uh, doing these particular hangings. Because I reported on like the Montravion Reed, Denoris Richards, but Denoris Richards was, I believe, in Alabama. So it it has been, you know number of cases that have happened, and that's in Mississippi. From understanding, Mississippi, it's like they have 9. Yeah, Denoris Richards was in Alabama. So he was found hanging from a carport of an abandoned house in Colbert County, Alabama. He had filed a federal lawsuit, from understanding, against police there in Alabama, and she like, you know, uh, after that, they ended up finding him hanging because he was alleging excessive force, and that he was abused by officers of the Sheffield Police Department. And then, like, I don't know if it was like months or weeks after that, he was found hanging. You know what I'm saying? So, um, that was most likely, you know what I'm saying, like allegedly, the police end up having to do something with that. So, but these hangings are happening in Mississippi, and it's actually, from what I understand, uh, it said it's like at least 9 black men were found hanging from trees in Mississippi between year 2000 and 2025, and each of those were officially ruled a suicide. And so I actually made videos prior saying that black people don't hang themselves like that. That form of death, like that's just something that we don't do because of the horror and the horrific circumstances that we surrounding that, and also that it's deep seated within us. You know, something that we abhor, and that form, using that form to commit suicide, it just it doesn't occur like that within our community. Yeah, maybe by gunshot, overdosing, uh, you know, like the brother Philip Green said, one of the main things that we did commit suicide by medication, overdosing, on medication. Like, we just gonna take as many pills as we can and just lay out. Uh, whatever other form, but like hanging, I said, well, we tied a whole bunch of rope around our neck, we're gonna climb a tree and then hang ourselves. Like that's why it's just like absurd. Like, honestly, that's the best way I can put it. It's absurd that we would even go to that lengths to hang ourselves. By that time here, we try to climb a tree. We like, man, fuck all that. I'm not finna. I'll reconsider. You know what I'm saying? Not today. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's too much to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Tie the rope around your neck, hang the tree, and then just jump from the tree, hang yourself. So anyway, Dave said Raynard Johnson, 17, Kokomo, Marion County, Mississippi, ruled of suicide. Family disputed it. You know what I'm saying? 2003, Nick Naylor, Porterville, Mississippi, ruled of suicide. Family disputed it. 2004, Roy Veal, 55 years old, near Woodville, Mississippi, ruled of suicide. Family disputed it. Raynard Johnson was 17. Nick Naylor was 23. 2010, Frederick Jermaine Carter, 26 years old, in Greenwood, Mississippi, ruled of suicide. His family disputed it. 2015, Otis Bird, 54 years old, Port Gibson, Mississippi, ruled of suicide. His family disputed it. 2017, so says additional case identified by media reviews, but less extensively reported nationally. So don't know the age, whether it's Mississippi suicide reportedly disputed. Then I don't see the name. But anyway, 2018, Willie Andrew Jones Jr., 21 years old, Scott County, Mississippi, ruled of suicide, family disputed. Same thing with the Martravian Reed, which I reported on 2025, hanging from a tree. He's 21 years old, hanging from a tree at Delta State University, Mississippi, and ruled of suicide and family disputed. So, Tasia Fortune, 2026. They haven't ruled no official ruling of her death, but like I said, all of these things are coming up, man. These deaths being ruled a suicide, and that's just not the way black people commit suicide. I said we don't really commit suicide like that anyway. And if we do, like I mentioned, it's gonna be a gunshot, like brother, Philip Green, over medication, or overdosing on medication, something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Even jumping to our deaths or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, but as far as hanging ourselves, yeah, no. It's just like nah. But I hate that, man. I'm not trying to minimize the seriousness of the gravity of committing suicide, man. But it's just not like that though. We jump, we hang ourselves to our deaths. You know what I'm saying? To commit suicide. So I want to report on the story from that perspective. I think it's an uptick in white supremacist hate group activity, and we need to do something about it. I put it like that. We got to do something about it. It's no way around it. It's no way around it. We have to do something about it. I said this and I said it again. I said, I keep saying it. We got to do something about it and form some form of a cohesive group, collective code that we're on, and moving together. You know what I'm saying? And get on code. Matter of fact, I would even say I'm women. Shouldn't even be going nowhere by themselves. Like for real, man. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder if it was a man with who was with her? Like how did that even take place? You know what I'm saying? Like who was with her? You know what I'm saying? So I like women shouldn't even travel by themselves at night or go nowhere. Well, honestly, women shouldn't you shouldn't even go out of state nowhere by yourself. Let alone out the country. Go with a group of friends or somebody, man. I would say, from this point on, you probably need to carry some form of way to defend yourself. Mace, pocket knife, something, And I even advise like black women, man, in the prior video. I said, man, black women are the main, man, one of the greatest cosmetic going group of people that I've ever seen, with I guess not I say cosmetic, but beauty, taking care of their beauty, getting nails done, hair done, toes done, facials and all type of stuff. I've seen black women there with their nails. Say, man, sacrifice their nail, put it right in somebody's eye. They try to harm you, try to kidnap you, abduct you or something like that. I know it's sound far fetched, but man, hey man, you know what I'm saying? You gonna lose that nail or you gonna lose your life and get kidnapped. So man, but anyway, like on a serious note, like women, please, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, man, don't be going nowhere, by yourself at night. Traveling by yourself at night, like going out, or going to another, I don't know, traveling by yourself, Now, if you travel by yourself and you're meeting somebody where you're going, cool, but not just traveling by yourself and you just going to another state, man, you know what I'm saying, where it's probably ain't safe. I'm just say that, I don't think women should, do that. Have some form, have somebody with you, even if another, woman. But I prefer it to be a man, but have somebody with you though, like for real. That's just man, safety etiquette. Safety. I think it's just obviously we probably had to get that term understood. Proper safety etiquette. Which they say, as far as like dining etiquette or whatever, etiquette to do certain, activities or whatever, but that's a proper gym etiquette, how people say, proper gym etiquette of having certain attire on. I'll say this proper safety etiquette. We need to engage in that, like for real, man, because things like this should not be happening, should not continue to happen. And it seems like it's like I said, it's an uptick and it's continued to happen. Like we got to put an end to it, like I said, even forming groups, and we have to go visit these places. I say as black men, we might need it, like for real. We might need like, hey man, we need to go to Mississippi. Like I had mentioned about the incidents in Houston. Like they were finding women, mainly black younger women, finding them dead. Around Houston in bayous or what, thrown in bodies of water, the bayous in Houston or whatever. Right? They found, I want to say 15 women. I think close to 15 women or something, or maybe been a few guys up in there, a few younger men, but it was mainly like women. I was like, man, we need to go to Houston and figure this thing out, because this can't keep happening, And then that's another thing. What the brother Phil mentioned as well, it's like, uh, and which I kind of thought about, but not really understood in that sense. They do seek younger people, because most times younger people not gonna be aware, probably on their phone, probably not paying attention, and get kidnapped, get abducted. You know what I'm saying? And I be telling, man, my lady friend, I be telling her, man, say, watch yourself, man. Like, don't be on your phone, man. Watch these folk, lock your doors and everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't be. This is not a game out here. These folk is after people. And it seems like I said, man, it's an uptick in some type of hate group activity for us to, be finding people hung like this. Even the situation with Nolan Wells. Not saying that was hate group activity that ended up happening in that, but in a sense, it's like, that level of hatred, still remains, and you got people out there that's acting on that particular hatred. So we guys just got to watch ourselves, man. As a group, as individuals, and as a group. So, man, I would say, man, black men, let's get together. I'm serious, man. No way. There's no way this can continue. Can keep continuing to happen. So I'm looking to bond and like I said, get with other brothers, man, and form our own committee or group, to go figure out what's going on. What I'm saying? We got to show up in large groups, large numbers. That might be necessary, man. And like the brother said too. What I'm saying? Like most of the times, people they not gonna mess with you in groups. Matter of fact, they're gonna cower down. Cause that's what they do. They take advantage of us. They click up. That's when they feel like they are emboldened when they have the numbers. You know what I'm saying? But they're not gonna attack no group. They'll never attack no group. Matter of fact, I'm gonna even talk about the gun. The way the West was won with guns. These folk literally went to China. That's all they went for, is to get gunpowder. Because they had in their mind, like, hey, we got to form a way. We have to find out a way to where we can conquer, these people, because they know what I had. They can't handle us. You know what I'm saying? Hand to hand, they can't handle us. So they had to figure out a way to get gunpowder, to use it to make weapons so they can subdue us, to have the upper hand. Because they know hand to hand they can't handle us. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's been going on, man. You know what I'm saying? So no way they say the West was won or whatever, they could have ever did it. They could have ever came over here, you know what I'm saying, and genocided our people over here, and took our land over here, you know what I'm saying, had they not had weapons to do it. But anyway, man, like it's time, it's time. And we can't keep on just relying on, we gonna march about it, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna vote about it. Cause like I said, with the Section 2, 1965 Civil Rights Acts, the act which they in Calais versus Louisiana, which they ruled that as unconstitutional. that, yeah, you can't, you don't have a majority, or you can't, have a majority district specifically for black people, or people of a particular group, So that particular, I would say just relying on vote, that's not even reliable. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, we have to come with something unconventional. Have these revolutionary thoughts and these conversations so we can do something about what's going on with our people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to stop unless we do something about it. Like slavery, and I will say it again, like slavery, we probably would still be enslaved had we not rose up in the Geechee Gullah Wars and did something about it to break the backs of slavery, or to break the back of the institution of slavery. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, look, it ain't no use to keep talking about it, and like I said, it ain't no use to us sitting up here and we have a one-dimensional way of dealing with it. It's got to be we have to come be versatile in whatever ways we deal with it to make it stop. That's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I would say that, man. Yeah. Ain't no one response. We just gonna vote about it. Or we just gonna file some or try to march about it or whatever. No, man. No. We gotta do it by any means, man. By whatever means we have to make it stop. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, and I will say again, you're not gonna let nobody come in your house and harm your family and just get away with it, and you don't do nothing about it. I don't know nobody like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same with our people. It seems like what it is like, oh, we'll keep doing these little pot shots, you know what I'm saying? And then we think it's like, oh, well, that's over there. They ain't got nothing to do with me. But then next thing you know, this shit come to your doorstep. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time, man. It's time. It's just what it is. It's time to make a stand. It ain't nowhere around it. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get up out here. I just had to say that, man, because we got to take care of business. Black men step up and take care of business. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just had to say that, man, because it's getting out of hand. So, but anyway, man, we get up out here. I hope y'all out there doing well. Living life full of love and happiness. Man, doing great, strive for greatness every day. I appreciate y'all liking, sharing, commenting on the videos. Man, we can agree to disagree. We disagree, we can hash out. Man, I'm be respectful towards y'all. Just ask y'all be respectful towards me. But anyway, man, get up out here. Until next, y'all. Love y'all. All right, y'all.
Bucket, go ahead and blow off the dough. Step through the maze, man, and became amazing. About to rewrite history and change the page in a crooked book that never told us the true story. Like how we were kings and queens before the slave story, before the killing, stealing, and drug dealing on some real shit. We ran the world.